EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And 10, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to Tajay Sharp. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 43-yard line.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one. the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Cousins on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
A second down throw for Cousins. Looks right. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
And the Vikings first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bailey's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Marlon Mack ready to return it. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 27, Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
46-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
12.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a third and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
43-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 43. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now Rivers. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Vikings 3. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Cousins
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 5. First down, Minnesota.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
from the 41. Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Here's the score. Colts 14. Vikings 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
To Tajay Sharp. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Colts' 47-yard line.
Just a yard to go here on second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Vikings first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, no, he's easy. You got 4. Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to say.
Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Hey, hey, hey. 37. Check pass. Check pass.
Draw play as Rivers gives to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the second round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 35 on second down, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton.
To Trey Burton.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And he'll find Pittman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rivers on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On third down, here's Taylor. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Blankenship on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Gain of 5. First down, Vikings.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for his tight end, Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty costs some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. To return it is Mack. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
390. Yo. 180. Sponge. No. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put on the ground way too often in Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
At the 46-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Check 52's the money. Check 52's the money. Load it. Load it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Taylor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And
now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Cousins on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
28-yard line.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, we got 48.
with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return it is Mack. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second and 14. Here's Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Played to Jack Doyle. That's a gain of...
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On first down, it's Taylor. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fan.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The open man is Smith. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
It's 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Jump. Run. Hey, check back. Listen to me.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Step 180. Block 11.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
Watch the boot. Alert flag.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Colts 41, Vikings 9. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some. Gun. Hey, check Mike 6. Yellow.
Play fake. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.